Hi. So here I am again, speaking about what I didn't want to speak about, but I guess I want to speak about it because I'm speaking about it. Well, anyway, I was scrolling earlier and I saw someone who made a video, and the person's name, YouTube name is hold on, 'cause I can't see anymore. The one and only Moni. Um, so her title caught me, and because it's something that I had thought about. So she and I are on the same wavelength of thinking when it comes to this boxer girl, Clarissa. Right? So what she was saying in her video is that um, Rihanna, Megan Thee Stallion, both kind of shouted Clarissa out for her relationship with Papoose, and however they spun it, I think Megan Thee Stallion put it in a song, in her rap song, and Rihanna tweeted or Instagram something to alluding that hey, that's my I think she said something like, well, anyway, I'm about my man too. In other words, she used a little bit of a Caribbean lingo, but anyway, they were both kind of, like cheering her in a sense, because if you're not negating it, you're basically cheering it on. And I agreed with the young lady because I've been feeling that same way. And what the video is saying is that those two people are now in a crisis in their own relationship. So Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson are not together, and it appears that at this Met Gala, Rihanna and Rocky are on some sort of I don't know, non-amicable relations. Uh, it happens. It happens in all relationships. You have your ups and downs, but some people are breaking up right about now. Those who kind of egged Clarissa on, and what I wanted to say is that in no way am I stealing her content. This is honestly something I wanted to talk about. Not even with these two ladies, but it was actually starting with Tamron Hall, interviewing interviewing Clarissa, and talking about Papooses relationship with her. That was just so tacky to me. And Tamron Hall, you have a husband, so let's just see if that doesn't happen to you. It might be Clarissa that takes your husband. I don't know. But just saying, that could happen to you. And the other person I wanted to add to that list was Sherry Shepherd, because when she also interviewed Clarissa talking about, ooh, relationship with Papoose, it's almost as if they're ignoring that he even has a wife. It's a weird kind of agenda being pushed here, if you ask me. The agenda is all these hoes like Clarissa, like Rihanna, like Megan. I'm sorry that I have to go there with that harsh word, but if you're in agreement with those things, then something's not right with you, especially if you're in a relationship, you're married, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. As I said before, we've all made mistakes and possibly even been there, but not to the magnitude that Clarissa is doing. She's not trying to end this. She's not trying to be quiet. She's not trying to downplay it until it actually happens, a divorce. She's actually doing the opposite. She's in the face of the wife, just being very showy, and constantly talking about this married man. So all of that shows that she's really doesn't care about the wife who, you know, has been going through something, obviously. And I don't mean just yesterday, I mean just for the whole time. So she doesn't care, but that's her lifestyle. That is her lifestyle. She's used to doing things like that. I thought I heard something where, well, I did hear something, and I think I don't remember who said it. It was someone who knew her, said that she actually did kind of always say, "I'm gonna," if she saw a handsome guy who had a woman, or she would say something like, "I want him, I want him." So listen, that's her mentality, and it's okay for her. And anybody who congratulates her or has her on their show, she thinks in her head that this is okay and that these people are co signing it. And in actuality, they are. They are. So they're full of shit. So basically, those two that I mentioned earlier, Rihanna, Megan, possible, relationships in shambles. Sherry Shepherd had her show canceled, and Tamron Hall, nothing yet, but it looks like this is a trend. So you might be next. And then we have the Breakfast Club, who also acts as if Papoose doesn't have a wife. Papoose acts as if he doesn't have a wife. Clarissa acts as if Papoose doesn't have a wife. So this is all to me an agenda that's being pushed, and the agenda is saying, subliminally saying, it's okay if you're ratchet and you take somebody's husband. We want the youth to do this. We want the people who watch them and listen to their music and who are part, like their shows, to be okay with this. And let's normalize it as we do all these other things that are destroying families, destroying lives. So to hell with them. Um, it's not okay. And as I said earlier, we've all struggled with doing right and wrong as we are younger, and many of us have changed and turned away from the nonsense. And again, some people change for the better, some people change for the worse, and some people never change to their own detriment, and that's for the worse. So there you have it. I hope I didn't leave anybody out, because I really wanted to emphasize how a lot of these people truly, their relationships are actually falling apart. Um, and it's a spiritual thing. It is definitely a spiritual thing. We reap what we sow. What is done to others will be done unto you, and I can go on with all the cliches, the sayings, and even biblical terms. So, yeah,